I'm back. What reality is this? Did you throw me in this time, Malik? What prophet, what human requires my oh so gratuitous help in this timeline? Oh God, my human side's not in it, is it? Yep. Yep, I see what you did there. You know. Oh my God. Oh God. My father could see me now. He'd tear my eyes out, maybe torture me to death or something. I don't know. He'd pull something. But apparently he died. I don't know how. I don't know if it's the truth, but he's apparently dead. And I couldn't care less. You hear that, Father? Whatever afterlife you were in, Infernus or whatever's out there, I don't know. But if you can see this, I have gone against your word, Father. And that makes me better than you. I'm still alive. I've outlived you. Despite whatever you may thought about yourself, all high and mighty with the other Archon, I outlived you. I'm still right here. Your son, who has converted to the Deccan. You spawned your own enemy, and he's still here. I didn't realize how blinded I was until I found what happened to my one true brother, Uriel. What you are did to him. It's damnable by nature. Uriel, you and my father had too much in common for comfort, but you had reason. You had justice in you. You had respect. Sort of like your son, but your son. I didn't think he'd come this far, your son. I didn't think he'd go this far. But Uriel, for the longest time, Uriel, I don't know if you can hear this, King, but for the longest time in my life, I had thought my purpose was to bring death. But I had been wrong. With these powers, these newfound powers that are unlike any other, unlike magic, unlike mentality, unlike anything. These powers over life and death, I know my true purpose now, King. My purpose is to bring life. To strengthen the dead and the wounded. Help the little man for once. But what good is that? What gives me the right to play God, King? If there's already gods out there. If there had been all along. If they knew every aspect, every centimeter of my being. Why? Why give me the right to play their game in life and death? They created it after all, I'm assuming. What gives me, Raphael, the wanderer, the warrior, the crusader, the killer, The right to bring them back. There are crimes I have committed that I still yet to pay for. Slaughtering, brutally butchering, Dakin, that have been fighting in a mindless war as I have been. What gives me the right? Uriel, you were the brother I would have preferred. And Elpag, the nephew, I tolerated. Raziel, a father I wish I had. And the Carver, and Abaddon, or Abaddon, it's pronounced both ways. The fathers I ended up having. Okay, my human self's starting to come back a little. And I'm seeing how ridiculous I'm being. Am I Raphael or am I Tobit? I'm both. Both minds are equaled out. Normally when I'm talking to this camera, this mechanism, I'm in my human self, but you know, beneath that, that's just an exterior. That's just what I usually go with. Beneath that, beneath the sarcasm, beneath the human mockery, beneath the jokes, the stupid raspy voice, it's me, Raphael. Giver of life and bringer of death. And my other father, Hewitt, if you're watching this, you are dead to me, and I forbid you ever coming in contact with Tobias for what you did to me. You've already left him. I already told him you left him. But he is not going to go through what you put me through, Hewitt. I noticed you named him Tobias Kessler II. There's no first. You probably said that was some relative. I was the first. He's my namesake. You named him after the child you abandoned. I don't know what it was, out of guilt or friendly reminder, but I was the first. There was no Tobias Kessler the first. I was Tobit Kessler. And Sarah. I didn't get to know Sarah, but her blood's on your hands too. I can assure you that. As soon as one kid dies, you ollie out and leave the other kid. Very, very heroic, Hewitt. I commend you, father. I don't know. I guess despite whatever personality's taken over, I have yet to have a true father that isn't so blinded by the environment around us. And I'm just glad Tobias sees the stupidity in it all. Maybe he wasn't that bad a teacher after all. I don't know which part of me is talking right now. Tobit or Raph, either way, that's what I think. here I am venting about all of you on this silly little filming. It's a camera. You know that. You know that. You're not some blinded Arkan who doesn't see the good in humanity. You know what this is. You're half human. You're kind of a failure, though. Not just Abaddon, not just Hewitt. You, Raphael, you, Tobit Kessler, are a failure. You let the only real family you have left get killed. You take it upon yourself to bring him back only to let your guard down. And you got Azrael trapped in the Infernus. Azrael, you said it was my fault. You said I needed to take responsibility, and upon hearing that, I was offended, I was insulted, but you are absolutely right. It's my fault. It was always my fault. This is probably just some post-traumatic episode. I don't even know. I don't get post-traumatic episodes. I'm the